This is game number 1. And it's going to be on, I guess this is Ghostlake. I'm assuming it's not one of the new matches, new maps. And we do have some interesting, I guess it comes with a mod here, or some text, some starter text at the start of the match here. Basically tells you everything you need to know. So yeah, Ghostlake, and blue is Thor, and of course we have red playing Isis, which I'm very familiar with. And so looking at the red player's base, he does have a safe gold, kinda. It seems like there's some trees here, so I'm not sure if these trees are connected, but if they are, then it'll be definitely safe. And as well, you know, he's got 2 gold mines, so he shouldn't have to worry about that too much. Of course, there's a large gold mine here. And typically in this kind of matchup, the Isis player would make 1 barracks and go fast heroic. But since it's the patch, he might be able to do the same thing, I'm assuming. Except Ancestor's Eclipse is going to be a bit weaker. Other than that, he does have some hunts here, which he's gathering, which is good. And he's going for that forward mine first. You see it saving the back one for later. I would have done the same thing. It's a smart idea. He's got some hunts in the back as well. And he's... Wow. He just picked up all those sheep. Joe is definitely playing a little bit sloppy, I would say. Either that or Chaos got really lucky with just picking up all those sheep in behind there. Alright, and for this side of the map, we have 2 mines which are rather exposed, but we do have one in between towers. And as for second TC, I'd say it's not in the line of sight of this gold mine, but you can still defend it with some walls and such. But I still wouldn't say that you should get this TC solely to defend this gold mine. It's not needed. But I don't think none of that matters too much because the Thor player is going to play aggressive anyway. Keep in mind, he did bring his Pharaoh out to gather these sheep, which was the better idea. And so he'll need those sheep to get heroic age later on. If he's refused these deer in the back here. So looking at the map, looks like he's only going to put 2 on wood, which probably means he's not going to get shaft mine later on, or at least early on. I usually like to put 3 on wood so I can at least get signal fires as well and shaft mine, but doesn't seem like that's a priority at the moment. The priority here right now, okay, he's popped or almost popped. Let's see, is he popped? No, he's not. Okay, he's good. So the priority for him is to age up as soon as possible. Now, a few changes I would have made, obviously. A few changes I would have made to Chaos's base is I would have made this temple a little bit forward from this gold mine, so that way you could have vills on it as well in the forward, like all around it. But since he's got 2 gold mines, this is okay. Also, this monument, I would have built it like over here, so that way you could build farms around your TC. That's just me though. I like to build the monument a little bit further from the TC, so that way the farms would fit in. It does have a very nice sheep count. I counted 14 or 13 sheep, so he's missing 1 somewhere, but who knows. Does have an idle priest back here. And third TC is, ooh, not too sure what to say about this third TC here, boys. Behind a bunch of trees. Joe's third TC is much better, but yeah, it's also, I'd say, protecting this gold mine back here if he's able to wall like this, maybe this. Does have a nice hunt here, and maybe polar bears that he can sweeten up. Come down here, but I don't think they'll range there. So But as for the text, he does have pickaxe already, and chaos, I guess we'll get pickaxe soon, hopefully. No? Maybe he's forgetting it, but he should be getting pickaxe anytime now. We do have Freya by Chaos down here. And so we can expect some super aggressive cav raiding. At least on this hunt and maybe on the wood line here. And then perhaps Chaos will just go heroic age after that because, again, Joe has 2 gold mines and there's really not much you can do against that. Interesting. So I guess we have 2 TC. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the patch does promote a lot of the boom style. Since the aggressive AE style is not really viable as much as it used to be. And so I guess, you know, 2 TC is very powerful here just so you can have a better heroic economy so you can spam camels, which are also more viable in the patch. You can make more camels and just basically make more stuff. Camels, chariots, you know, all the good stuff. But I do believe it's a bit frisky down here. So I guess he had that Valkyrie at his hunt ready for that Sphinx, which is interesting. So he is going to get heroic pretty soon. In my experience, usually I build 1 barracks at least in classical age to defend myself against a raiding fleet by blue. But I guess he decides not to raid here. He did get the best relic in the game though, so you can't really complain. It's 15%. I think they changed that in the patch. I don't really know. It's probably 10% now. Or they maybe nerfed it down to 5%, who, I don't know. But I do know in the no patch it was 15%, maybe somebody in the comments can tell you. So we do have that barracks that I was talking about. So yeah, that still is a thing. And blue has yet to make any army. Did go for that second TC pretty early. And we do have 2 barracks here. Perhaps maybe he'll go for that 3rd TC. We have pretty defensive play here by Chaos. And we should be expecting heroic age anytime now. He did gather all the hunt back there. Now all he's got left is sheep and some berries. But I think he should have heroic now right after this Vil. If I'm predicting correct. Where is it? Where's the heroic age? Okay, I guess give it another 20 seconds. So it should be interesting to know whether he ages out with Hathor or Nephthys, because Hathor is very powerful against Thor. Or at least it used to be. Now Thor has a stronger Thoring Axeman, so it should be interesting to know whether or not he ages out with Hathor or not. Of course, Ancestors is still, you know, pretty decent, and he should be able to gather this 3rd TC here in the forward, with that Ancestors. And of course, here comes Eclipse, and there is a heroic age now, which is a great heroic timing actually. With 2 TCs, that's a phenomenal heroic time. So a lot of people get heroic time, this heroic time with 1 TC, but he's got it with 2 TCs. So, you know, keep notes, right? So that way, when you guys play, you know, a lot of players would have right now 30 Vils going to heroic, but Chaos has got 40 Vils going heroic, so that's great. So Joe finally coming out of his cocoon here. To go raid maybe? No, guess maybe TC. So perhaps we'll see this TC go up. Of course, there's not much Joe should be afraid of, because again, that Ancestors Eclipse is not all that powerful as it used to be, and so he shouldn't be really afraid of that aggressive Isis push. So somebody was making some Pretty rude comments there in the Twitch chat, but AutoMod has already got him. I don't know how AutoMod exists. I guess it was some Twitch feature, new feature. You say something extremely vulgar, it blocks it, which is nice. There was some people calling Chemo out, but the chats didn't go through because the AutoMod blocked it. So just so you guys know. Anyway, we do have a good amount of myth units here, 3, and probably another Scorpion on the way. I would have preferred, okay, no, he's already got it. He's got that second monument already. And we do have some potential aggressive play happening right now. So we got that hill fort being built. And some... Yeah, so he's already heroic age with Braggy. But he doesn't have much military units, so he's probably going to start spamming out some Jarls. Jarls are very good here. I would think Jarls and perhaps more Hussars to protect himself against those Scorpions. Or perhaps he doesn't need Hussars, just Jarls. More Jarls. And what's this? Yeah, increases cavalry hit points. So let's take a look exactly how much it increases the hit points by. And 10 hit points, which is 10%. So, okay, so they nerfed it down to 10%. It used to be 15%. Alright, that's not too bad. So this is interesting here. I'm not sure if he's going to cast Ancestors. Probably not. He did manage to kill one Vil there. And he could have gotten that second Vil. But it's just basically Joe was, you know, focusing on a whole bunch of Vils instead of a select few. So what happens is he's got a lot of low hit point Vils now. Or I should say dwarves. And he only lost one. So as you can see here, he's got a few low hit point ones. This Valkyrie is going to get cut, hopefully, maybe. Yeah, it is. And got that third TC going up right now. Although Chaos is ahead economy-wise because he's had that third TC for a while now. Chaos is going to need his army back at bay ASAP. Otherwise, he's going to lose his TC if he doesn't bring it back. Not sure why he's going this way. Shouldn't he go this way behind this TC? I think that would have probably been... Okay, he's got a big doll back here. So there's Braggy. I'm not sure if that's the best use of flaming weapons. I don't even think this town center would go down, in my opinion. Yeah, it's not going to go down. And so... this gold mine is now exposed. But I don't think he can do much with this military. I would try to block him in, wall up here, wall up there, and wall up maybe here, and just block those units in. So just taking a look at some of the upgrades. He's only got Thundering Hooves and that relic, of course. And he does have some techs, classical techs. So yeah, if he would have walled here and that right here, he probably could have killed this army with his myth units. But that's just something second nature to me. I don't think he, you know, thought of it at the time. Of course, that's something that you gotta get used to. I mean, I build a whole bunch of walls all the time. But again, this is patch, you know, and I don't think people build a lot of walls in the patch because they're weaker, they're cheaper, or never mind what I just said. They're weaker, they're more expensive, and they take longer to build. That's right. And so in that case, I don't think he would have it would have made sense to build those walls. Anyway, we do have Ancestors Eclipse back here, which is really a pain for blue. And that Scorpion Eclipse really can take out this entire army with his Sphinx. I'm not sure why he brought him back. I guess he, Chaos, or Joe found more use for these myth units down here, but I would think they would be better off being useful back at his base, because that Migdal is going to go down. This is very well protected here. Very nice wood line. And of course, he's only got a few vills. These ancestors should be microed, but I guess it's too late now. So we do have Osiris now by Joe. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. It's moonwalking by Osiris. That's pretty cool moonwalking right there. Yeah, I've seen that a few times. So that mummy is really useful against battle boards, obviously, because you can take them out in one hit. We do have some raiding happening back here, maybe. Looks like he was going to run, but he will try to kill some vills. And now those dwarves will go to this gold mine over here. Right now, Joe is ahead, and potentially ahead militarily. Yeah, so he's ahead civilian-wise and as well militarily. As for economy upgrades, yeah, I'd say right about the same. Now I'm surprised actually that Chaos is not that far ahead economically, because he's had that third TC way before Joe got his third TC. I'd say at least 4 or 5 minutes. Was it maybe 4 or 5 minutes? I'd say 3 minutes, but still, that's still quite a bit of time to pump out villagers, so you should be at least ahead by 10 vills or so. So in that case, but Chaos has always been behind vills. And I guess he left an opening right here. Uh-oh, this is dangerous. I don't think he sees this. There's an opening right here. He can just walk. And you should repair this wall. Now that's weird. If you damage one wall, all these walls get damaged? Is that something new? Because that's not supposed to happen. And so to protect this gold mine, I think he would have needed 4 towers. That's usually what I would do. Again, this Son of Osiris is going to rip apart this army. Although he is losing his myth units to Gerals. He was about to lose that Sphinx, but I guess not. Sure he has crenellations. Nope, guess not. No crenellations. He needs crenellations. Now what I would do in this situation is I would start attacking these, well, if these cav decided to attack those vills, but those vills also need another lumber camp. They're walking pretty far to their drop-off site. But anyway, I'm pretty sure Joe scouts this, because this wall should be able to see. Pretty sure these dwarves here. He's losing a few vills back here, but no big issue because there's a TC nearby. He should just be more careful of his trade. It's when, oh, okay, he deleted that. Yeah, right. So he's got a longer trade route that way, and he's got some spearmen to defend. So Chaos is definitely ahead here. He's got a good trade, he's got a decent economy, and it's way ahead of Chaos because Chaos has been struggling to get gold the entire game here. So if he's not able to get this gold mine, he's potentially going to have to go... I don't know of any other gold mine on this map, maybe except in that top right corner. But again, yeah, this is big danger for Chaos because he's got no gold, no caravans either. Okay, he's got some caravans, but very, very little. He's got like 5 caravans. Okay, so there's Balder, and so it's just a matter of time now. I didn't see him age up to Mythic age, and so it makes sense that he's got all these vills out in the middle of nowhere. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, 5, 4. What are you doing, buddy? When is this Balder coming? Losing vills. Even though it may seem he's killing spearmen, he's still losing dwarves that he shouldn't have to lose. Guess he's still making more back here or something. Okay, so I guess he just wants to mine up this gold. He doesn't... Okay. No, he's got no choice. He's gonna have to call Balder right now. Right now. Okay, there it is. So now Joe is going to struggle to get any gold, but he does have a great trade at the moment. Issue with Joe is he doesn't have many buildings. Sure, he's got architects, but he just doesn't have much towers. He does have axemen ready to go with a few techs, but I'm afraid it's not going to be enough. So we got to take a look at exactly how many vills he did. 100 vill Ragnarok. Okay, that's pretty good. It's decent. Minus the 5 caravans, let's say 95. Yeah, so he did a pretty good Ragnarok up in here. So we've yet to see the rest. There's still more heroes lingering somewhere? No. Okay, I guess this is everything. Is this it? Alright. Now, if Chaos, or Joe is supposed to keep up with this if he's able to build towers, but he needs gold. Joe's got 450 gold right now. Lots of walls. I like the walls. He's got 2 barracks, a couple towers here. Might not be enough though. Good he's got carnellations. And that Chaos has already used flaming weapons. If he hadn't used flaming weapons early like that, then this definitely would have been over so easy. But now that he doesn't have flaming weapons, this is going to be very hard for Chaos. Yeah, so Chaos is losing military at an exponential rate. Unfortunate for him. He's only got like 8 caravans in comparison to, you know, probably 20 caravans from Joe here. Mercenaries doing an excellent job against those Ragnarok heroes. And as well as those towers. Now probably the first thing I would have done is destroyed those walls and started to wall up his trade. Probably the first thing I would have done with the Ragnarok. But it's not looking entirely too well for Chaos right now. Might be able to destroy this TC, but even that's a long shot. So Chaos now below in score, and still at 3 TC, whereas Chaos has got no economy whatsoever except for those caravans running for him. It's just a matter of time, really. Yeah. Chaos is only on 600 resources. He's got no vills. Well, 5 vills. Wow, I'm surprised, you know. This is really keeping Joe alive right here, this gold mine. And so, in this case, Joe definitely needs some priest, but instead he decides to make a mummy. Those axemen really doing a good job here. Really happy about those axemen. Now, I didn't really think much of it, but honestly, Joe did a really good job with defending that Ragnarok right there. He only lost 1 TC, didn't really lose any vills. And Joe is like full economy at the moment. Well, yeah, well, I'd say he's got around 60 vills right now, plus his caravans. Okay, he finally walled it. And that mummy's on the way down to... So these axemen should go down this way to protect his trade. Well, guess not. Guess he's okay with his trade going this way, but anyhow. Chaos is making trade. Or I guess he hasn't been making trade, he's still got the same amount of caravans as he did. Still no gold for Chaos. Not sure what the deal is with that. I do like the mummy though. Nice. Yeah, those mummies really really dangerous. Mummies plus walls, you can't really beat that. I mean, I like this wall right here. If you would have just walled from here to here and kept that mummy in between the walls on like stand attack, then none of his units could have gotten to it. But anyway, I like the mummies. They've been really doing a number on those fire giants. And those, you know, if I was in Chaos's situation, or if I was in his shoes, I'd be like, man, those classical units are just so annoying. Or I should say those barracks units from Red, because take a look, most of his units are just barrack units, and plus chariot archers. And yeah, they're super annoying for him. I mean, they're just raiding all over the place. Not necessarily raiding, but they're just all over the place. Yeah, as you would have remembered, they were down there all the time. And there's a mummy at work again. The thing is with mummy, it's just that the gold is so cheap, but they cost a lot of favor. But if you start with 2 monuments pretty early, it shouldn't be an issue. You spam 3 or 4 mummies later on. But the thing is with mummies that they're very vulnerable, and they really need to be microed well. So there's another fire giant. That mummy's coming right to him. I'm not sure if they fixed it, but the mummy's range is way longer than his actual range. So in other words, he's able to. Okay, this is not the right micro here. He should have like turned around his move. Yeah. But anyway, his actual range is at least 16, but it shows only 12. Now 16 range is for his special attack. But anyway, those classical units really doing a good job here. And Joe's able to come back and just basically take over this game because now Chaos doesn't have much economy. Let's take a look. Okay, so he built up his economy, now he's at 48 vills. Minus the caravan, so he's probably at 38 vills. And Joe's at 100, I think, right? Is that what I saw? 100 vills? Or sorry, 80 vills, alright. Finally, champion spearman. And he's trying to get a chance to use that mummy, but I guess not. Dies to the Jarls. Those are great Jarls, so we got the heavy cavalry. Okay, I like this right here. This is very, very nice. I'm not sure it's entirely necessary though, because if you take a look at the amount of gold spent on those walls, I would have to estimate probably 200 gold. So, but anyway, that's GG because Chaos is not able to find any gold. Very well done here by both players. Although I do think the flaming weapons by Chaos wasn't the best this game. He probably should have saved it for later. I think that's one of his downsides there. At the end, he just wasn't able to keep up economically and just didn't have any gold. So that was an issue. All right, Koopa, I'll do that next.